Hi. Kevin, this is a different version of the Lakers than we saw last. What stands out when you took a look at their current roster and how they play?
Oh, they're a deep team. They got guys that can step up and fill some of those roles that they were missing. Obviously, missing two of their best players, two of the best players in the league. It's tough to make up for, but they got guys that can come in and make a huge impact. So they got to work it out for them.
Kevin, with everything that you've accomplished already in your career, how much are you continually motivated by winning another title?
Yeah, winning every day is the most important thing. Obviously, the main objective is to win a title, but you can't do that unless you take care of each day first. So winning the day is important. We had a great preparation and practice day, and so we wanted to take on that challenge first and keep moving. So we'll see what happens.
Does it feel different going to the playoffs for the first time within your team?
No, that's just basketball at the end of the day. Obviously, it's the biggest stage of basketball, and there's a lot that comes around the game. But at the end of the day, when that ball's tipped up, it's just basketball. So we all know how to play at this level, and we all know what it takes to win basketball games. We got to do that consistently.
You've now spent a full season with Ime as your head coach. What's impressed you most about him, and why are you confident he's the guy to lead you into battle?
Just his attention to detail, how he loves the game. He studies the game, watches the game, understands it on a different level. So a guy that's been through battles as a coach and as a player is always good to have that perspective.
Does he bring you like schematic advantages, and how has he done that this year?
Definitely. Knowing how to speak to the team, know how to write X's and O's, out of timeout plays, and draw up a good system for offense and defense, create a good culture in the locker room. I think he's done all those things pretty well.
Go ahead. A lot of the guys talk about learning from you every day and how much you've brought to this team. Have you learned things from them, and have you think, been enriched by being around this team?
Yeah, just the energy of the team and just the style of play. This is my first year, and these guys have been playing on the NBA for a couple of years. So the style of play, I learn from these guys and try to understand where they need the ball best and where I can help them be effective, and vice versa. So it's just a teamwork, camaraderie thing that we built throughout the whole season, and that's just from getting the reps. So.
Last year was a first time for a lot of these young men that was playing in their first playoff series. Is there something that you can help them with, tell them, or prepare them for going back in the battle this time?
Nope. Jump in the fire and let's see what happens, man. We can all get advice and words of encouragement, all we want from everybody in our lives. It's not going to be like actually being in that action, So they got a taste of it last year, understood what it's like. At Game 7, it's just a huge test to take as a team. So that's good for experience, but ain't nothing like getting out there and tying your shoes up and get ready to play, no matter what advice you get to people.
The road team.
You say it's still basketball, even though it's the most important time of the year, right? How does the game change though from regular season to
you just get more detailed in the game plan. You get time to scout the team and play against them for a whole week. That's just the only difference. The preparation and the schemes and the adjustments that you make throughout the series. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, you still got to guard up, play defense, make shots, have fun out there as a basketball player. But the preparation, playing one team for a week is definitely the big difference.
Obviously, both are important as far as the scheme and the adjustments and more detail. But is the game? Can you choose one side or the other? Where is it one there, or is it just one on the court when you come out there and perform? Make sure you like the play.
It's one in both places. Just obviously getting the info on the team and trying to come up with solutions to be effective on both ends of the court, but then also is that translation. How can you translate what you learned in the film and on the paper, in the classroom, into putting it on the court, So I think that's what great teams do. They see that film, digest it, and make those proper adjustments on the fly on the basketball court in the toughest moments, So that's what makes teams, that's what builds chemistry. It's a great opportunity for us to do those things in the playoffs.
Obviously, you want to go.
Playing as a team, right? It's not just about one person. But there's been a lot of talk about the matchup. Veterans like you and LeBron. Can you speak to that at all? Against a guy like that?
Yeah, man. It's always great playing against great players. You feel their presence on the floor, even if you're not matched up with them. But it's just like all basketball players just like anybody who's been around the game as deeply as you guys are every day. It's much more than just one player. It's much more than just two players, three players. I think you need a whole group of guys to go out there and win basketball games, especially at this level, especially 4 times against a team like that. So yeah, of course, from the outside looking in, and people, casual folks who are not in the life with us every day, yeah, the matchup is definitely fun. Two great players. been in the league for a long time, but everybody who's involved in the series knows much deeper than that.
Obviously, you like to win, every game that you can. But, a lot of times road teams try to get one. Knowing their situation, how much more important is it to be able to get off the way a good start?
It's important to get off to a good start on the road no matter what. We're not looking at this team, even though they got injuries, we're not looking at this team like they're not a good team. We have to show the proper respect to them as NBA players and then to the game as well. We got to come out and respect these guys like they are, the Lucas and the Austin Reeves. But they can have that impact if you let them, So they got players over there, man. So I think that's the mindset we got to have, and realizing that game one is the most important in any series. I think every team that approaches game one like they want to take it, it's always, comes out to be a good game. So we got to have that mindset, man.
Kevin, when you look at it, how blessed and fortunate do you feel to be able to play for this long, play into the playoffs and lead this team?
Yeah, man, I'm just grateful to be in this position, not having an opportunity to go to the playoffs last year. Finishing the season injured last year, not having a chance to even just fight for a spot. I'm grateful to be here, healthy, with a team that's looking forward to, try to do some big things. So there's a difference a year can make, and I'm just grateful to be back in this position. I want to take every moment. I don't want to take every moment for granted.
Do you appreciate it even more because you missed out last year?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, a lot of stuff out of people's control. Like I said, injuries get in the way of you having an opportunity to be here. So, yeah, when you get on the court and you get a chance to be healthy, and you want to go out there and take advantage of the opportunity. So, I look forward to it.
When you were early in your career, who were the guys who really kind of helped you your first few times in the playoffs?
Nobody. We're a young team, right? We didn't have the opportunity to lean on guys that been champions or been in the playoffs multiple times. And we had to kind of lean on each other and go through it on the fly. And I think that's a valuable lesson in itself as well. Obviously veteran leadership and getting taught things is cool, but when you can just put yourself in the fire and not be distracted by other perspectives and kind of take it in for yourself, I think that's good. I think that's what this team went through last year, and I think I can relate because having to plan on a young team, my first few playoffs was the same way. So looking forward to seeing how we come out there and perform.